Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's going to be reviewing this Bat Super Duty. Now, what does Bat mean? I have no clue. We're going to find out in today's video. Before we get into this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Young Ford here in Ogden for giving me some time with this truck. I'll include a link to their website in the description down below. Also include a link to my car buying guide. Let's get into it. Now, this is normally the part of the video where I pop the hood and show you guys the engine, but I physically cannot because this piece, unless I take it off with, it looks like some tools, blocks that. But anyways, you can pretend to see the engine. This has the high output power stroke, so 500 horsepower, 1200 pound-feet of torque. And then when it comes to this unit, this thing is absolutely crazy. You can see we've got fog lights built into this really aggressive bumper. You've got the Bat logo there. We have a worn winch, another Bat logo up above. But yeah, this whole contraption here, I mean, it looks like this truck is meant to go through a wall or something. I don't know, but that's like the only use I can imagine. I guess like super thick brush, but like you don't need this much for that. I mean I guess unless you're driving through trees or something, I don't know. Now, tire and wheel setup is 37 by 12.5 by 22, and it's got the crazy spikes. It's like, are you trying to puncture someone's tires? I mean, those are pretty hardcore if you ask me. Now, the truck is also lifted. We'll see how this drives with that whole setup. Everything's blacked out. There's another Bat logo there on the side. Mirror cap blacked out. I'm pretty sure that's from the factory though, with the mirror cap. And here's your side profile with the Bat truck. You can see it's massive. And then a quick look at the rear suspension here. Of course, you got all the leaf springs and everything. And look at that, another Bat logo. Got plenty of Bat logos in the exterior. And the back end, normal bumper and everything, but still looks pretty cool. Now, when it comes to the interior, this is built off of a Lariat, it looks like. If you guys are wondering on the payload capacity, 5,500 pounds, that's quite a bit. But you've got the Bat logo at the top of the headrest there. Cool interior. And then it's got this custom trim throughout. You can see there on the side. There's more here on the side of the center console area. And then you've got the little Bat logo. It looks like this is the first build. So that's interesting. But the rest of it's loaded up Lariat. So you've got like auxiliary switches up top. We've got dual zone climate, heated and ventilated seats. You can see you've got a 2-speed transfer case with this as well. So it's got all the goodies. Now, when it comes to pricing, it looks like this is just under $140,000 for the price. So with that being said, let's take it out and see how it performs. Thank goodness this has power side steps, because getting in and out would be a huge pain without them. Now, honestly, I don't know what BAT stands for. Bat Design Company. I'm gonna guess it stands for, part of my language, badass truck. And if it doesn't, you're welcome. You're welcome. But let's see if they change this one, or if they... Nope. Wait. No, but the wood trim's kind of close enough and look. Yeah, I always like to review these modified vehicles. A lot of times these videos won't get a lot of views, so it doesn't make sense from a business standpoint, but it's just interesting to see what aftermarket companies do, in my opinion. Because someone's gonna buy this, probably, I imagine. Man, this thing is huge, though. Dualies are already big, and you have a dually with negative offset, and yeah, that is a recipe for just craziness. I will say this thing over the hood actually helps out slightly. It's like a good marker point for the, because you can see kind of over the front, so you can really tell where the front of the vehicle is. Kind of a random thing, but yeah, it's kind of cool. Man, this is a big beast. Wow! Gotta love that high output power stroke, man. Big truck like this on 37s and it moves it. Like, this thing should not be this quick. It is crazy. Now, when it comes to the suspension, I mean, this is an F-350 at the end of the day, so comfort's not a thing. Now, it's not that bad though, either. The ride quality, all things considered, is actually pretty good. What's up, Pipsqueak, in your little Platinum single rear wheel? I got a Bat. That's kind of, this is like an ego truck, 100%. It's just overly massive. Man. Braking's not too bad. Again, it's a lot of tire to stop, a lot of weight to stop, but it actually does decently well with slowing down. I actually think this Western theme that you can get this in the Lariat, I think it actually makes sense for this truck because this is like the type of truck I'd see on a farm. But what kind of farm would have a brush guard like that? I mean, I guess I think like if you're, I don't know, if you're going through real thick brush, but still nothing's like, this truck's so tall, nothing would get up that high. We'll call it the cow plow. That's what we'll call it, the cow plow. Gotta move old Bessie out of the way. Yeah, we'll go this way. It's actually surprisingly comfortable. For being a lifted 350 with a dually, actually daily drivable. Wasn't expecting that. Like you could, seriously, I mean, other than having to deal with the massive size, which is cumbersome, you could daily drive this. Torque's solid. It really does move at a nice pace. And it does kind of bump around a little bit, right? But like I said, it's just, it's a lot, it drives a lot better than I would expect. I thought this was going to be a lot firmer with the ride. I thought it was going to be a lot just more uncomfortable. And I do think that this having the high output makes all the sense, so that you can just kind of like idle through, because this is what I'm doing really, it's just very lightly on the throttle to keep up. Almost idling through everything. It's kind of cool. I don't know what to think about this thing. Oh, okay. Yeah, that reminded me this is a dually. That bump reminded me that this is a dually. But, like, look at this. Why is it that fast? Why is this truck that fast? Ford, what are you thinking? Again, I understand if you had like a 30,000 pound trailer behind you, then you'd be like, yes, I enjoy it being this fast, but still, it's just crazy. So overall, I mean, this is basically like a lifted dually with a bumper, brush guard, winch, all of that. It's a cool setup. It is definitely a cool setup. I'm not exactly sure who this is for, what this is for, but it's definitely like a, you know, kind of like a State Street build in a way, where it's like you get this truck because it looks cool. It looks like something you drive in a zombie apocalypse, which I think is cool. Now I guess the last test is I got to get this back in its parking space, and it's kind of a tight, not the tightest fit in the planet, but this will show you, like, in a regular vehicle you go down this not even thinking. In this, you definitely have to, you got to think because of the size. Ugh, tight turn. Turning radius actually isn't that bad though, all things considered. Backing out of this is definitely harder than pulling back in, but still, got to put a little bit of thought in it. Why is it doing the backup camera? I want the forward camera. There we go. Let's make sure we don't clip this Bronco Sport. Big enough truck will just carry the Bronco Sport with us. Okay, this wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. It was worse. It was, you can imagine it was worse backing out. How the heck did they have this thing parked? I can't even remember. I always try to leave things as I found them, but I honestly don't know how they had this parked, so I'm just gonna like do that. A little bit of this. Let's hope that's good enough. What do you guys think about this thing? This is a weird truck kind of in a way, but also I see builds like this on the street, so like a company making like a preset build like this, I think it makes sense. Let me know your thoughts.